Crashes are the best time to get rich. Anything that can be printed, like a stock certificate, a bond, or a dollar, I don't want it. These are the ways Robert Kiyosaki has signaled the beginning of a historic market downturn, and regarded it as a once-in-a-lifetime chance to make life-altering sums of money. He warned his followers in an email, "Here it comes. The everything bubble turns into the everything crash. It's going to be the greatest crash ever. More wealth is going to get transferred than ever before in history." In another email, the American businessman raved about the purchasing opportunities he anticipates will happen in the upcoming months. "It's time for the poor to get rich," he said. "Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETF, and real estate crashing as predicted. Millions will be wiped out, but thousands of the poor and middle class will become incredibly wealthy." Kiyosaki recalled how he personally profited from the burst of the housing bubble in the middle of the 2000s. 2008 was a great time to get rich. Everything went on sale, he said. "The sales were so great I borrowed millions of dollars to grab all the real estate bargains I could." Previously, the author, who is known for his best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, used Twitter to warn his followers of the impending financial crisis and urged them to store up on food, Bitcoin, and precious metals. According to Kiyosaki, it is evident that the world is on a verge of one of the biggest financial collapses since World War II, in light of the World Economic Forum held in Davos, Switzerland. He continued by stating that people should start stockpiling necessities like food, ammunition, and stores of value like Bitcoin and precious metals, because world leaders might take desperate measures that could result in war-like situations. Previously, Kiyosaki had defended Bitcoin as a reliable store of value. In the past, he had highlighted the many benefits of using Bitcoin as a store of value in his tweets. The founder of the Rich Dad company and personal finance expert has also long been a firm supporter of gold and silver. He expects these assets to also decline along with the market as a whole, but he did advise investors to buy more of them now while they are still affordable, because he expects their value to rise once the Federal Reserve stops raising interest rates. The biggest potential gain from any asset class, according to Kiyosaki, is the potential for cryptocurrencies. But it's important to note that he declared Bitcoin useless on his radio show in May. "I trade Bitcoin, but I don't think it has any value. I just play the game," he said. Another well-liked leverage against inflation and uncertainty has been precious metals, especially gold and silver. Unlike fiat money, they cannot be created out of thin air, and global economic events have little bearing on their value. Kiyosaki's response to a host's question about whether he was expanding his holdings was straightforward. "I'm buying more gold and silver." Undoubtedly, the sell-off that has taken place this year has affected precious metals as well. In 2022, the price of silver has decreased by more than 20% compared to a 9% decline on the price of gold. However, Kiyosaki predicts a glorious revival. Although there are many ways to invest in gold and silver, he prefers to simply purchase the metal itself. He stated in a tweet earlier this year that he doesn't want EFTs, only real gold or silver coins. Earlier in May, he warned that rising inflation would wipe out half of the US population. "America has stopped producing products. We produce bubbles," he said, adding that we now have bubbles in the real estate market, the stock market, and the bond market. He continues by saying that the baby boomers will suffer the greatest losses because they've grown up learning not to make mistakes and have never lost. This is because their lives have been so simple. When they came to the market in the 70s, the stock market was taking off, the housing market was taking off, the US came off the gold standard in 71, so the baby boomers will get the biggest shellacking of all generations. "It's really sad. I can see it coming," Kiyosaki says. The author has repeatedly issued this warning over the last 18 months, showing how serious he is about it. In June, he gave some unusual advice to people trying to beat inflation, advising them to stockpile trash bags, toilet paper, and canned goods like tuna and baked beans to get ahead of price increases. To be better prepared for the impending financial crisis, subscribe to our channel and watch our videos on what advice financial experts are giving. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next one.